Hey folks, I feel like it's Christmas because yesterday the first copy of Golden Days came along and we were able to actually unwrap it, the album that me and Kerry Ellis have made over the last couple of years. Today arrives in the post this, which is also a very long-term project, at least 3 years we've spent on this, and I must say I'm thrilled to hold this. It's very heavy, but there's a lot in here, folks. This is Queen in 3D. And really it chronicles in snapshots the whole of our history, and in fact almost the whole of my history back to being a kid when I first found 3D cards in Weetabix. So it's a story of 3D and stereoscopy, but also of the band that we called Queen, and we worked in this band for more years than I can count, really. Finally, I can unwrap it, so I thought I would share the unwrapping with you and show you how it works, okay? No batteries needed. You can see there's more than one thing in here. There's more than just a book. There is an owl envelope in here, and I'll show you what that all means. So using the fingernail, carefully, see if I can get into this thing. There we are. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Feels good, smells good. All shiny and new. Front cover has a lenticular picture of Freddie on, and that's one kind of 3D. Doesn't need any batteries, doesn't need any viewer, and you can probably see even in mono the fact that it's well 3D, so it should look good in the bookshops. And this lovely foil stuff is great. You would swear this is embossed because it looks very 3D in itself, but our lovely people in China have managed to do this on foil. So let's see what's in the box, okay? Will it come out? Yes, it will. This is the slipcase, which we can now discard. There's some stuff on the back telling you all about it, but I'll tell you all about it, okay? So first of all, I'm going to show you this thing. This is the owl stereoscope, and many of you will know what this is because we've recently, well, not recently, but over the last few years, put out some books on various Victorian subjects like Scenes in Our Village and the Diableries, which are these amazing French devils from the 1860s. I was going to say from France, but they are, you would know that. This is an owl, same kind of owl. This particular one has been moulded in spectacular 1986 Freddie Mercury jacket from Wembley Stadium, yellow. But it works the same as the previous ones have. You find your crest on top, London Stereoscopic Company crest on top, fold it up and clip it like this. We might give you some close-ups of this later. Fold the eyepieces up in the same way and clip them on like this. Clip it together. And there you have your owl, which you always hold at the back. You never hold it at the front, okay? Hold it at the back, and then the thumbs go in these thumb holes here. And that's how you focus. So this will work for pretty much any kind of eyesight, let's hope. So here's your owl. So what do you use this for? You use it for perusing this unique stereoscopic book about Queen through the ages. Here it is, and you'll find lots of normal kinds of illustrations here. Now, I've never opened this before in my life. Something about the smell of new books, like the smell of new vinyl, you know. I think smell is a very important sense. So is touch, so is hearing, thank God for our music, but so is visual, and I've always been I think equally obsessed with the visual as with the sound. Hence I was always carrying a stereo camera. Here we go. This is not stereo so far. This is just showing you kind of what's in the book. Here we have contents through the years, starting off with how to use this book, but I'm going to tell you. And you get a picture of me as a boy with a camera slung around the neck. I don't know if you can see that. The camera's not a stereo camera, but I used it to make stereo pictures because I twigged how it was done with the Weetabix. So working through the book, pretty soon you're going to come to the first stereo pictures that I ever took, like my mum and dad and stuff, me on a bike. But moving swiftly through, you can see that I was always carrying one of these cameras with two eyes, the stereoscopic cameras. Hope you can see that. And the rest of the book is showing you what was captured with those kind of cameras. Starts off with the early days of Queen with us rehearsing, and then the first tour of the USA with Freddie in his Sandra Rose outfit, and it works pretty well without the viewer, but you'll notice that here's a stereo picture down the bottom. Hope you can see that. And this is where your owl comes in handy. So what you do is, I hope I can show you, you squarely situate your owl over the top of the stereo picture like this. If I can show you, yeah, I can hold it in this position. And you would be holding it by the back and focusing with your thumbs. I'm going to assume you've done that, otherwise I can't hold it up. Can you see that? And then once you focus, the viewer look through and you'll see a pretty good window opening up on the world of, in this case, about 1974. And here's Freddie, and I think you're going to feel like you're there. It's quite amazing. There's something very special about a snapshot in 3D rather than in 2D. You always feel like you could walk through and touch things that are in it. You could speak to people who are in the picture. Here's Freddie looking very unglamorous. I don't know what he would think, really. But I think, you know, with the benefit of time, we all have a sense of humour. Here he is, after a gig, looking very wet, because he's been working very hard, and he's looking at some of these toys that the Japanese fans brought to us. So the book goes on through the years, and a few little self-portraits so you can see what I'm doing. Again, the stereo camera is here. But we go through the days. We do Japan, we do Europe, we do England, we do Australia, lots and lots of stuff, and some nice on-stage pictures in 3D, of course, and some nice off-stage pictures. Some of my favourites are things like this, where we're in a photo session and playing about, basically. But here's Freddie looking very relaxed. And the quality of the illustration is as high as we could get it in a print. It's much higher than the normal artwork book that you'll find. So hopefully you will enjoy and be able to forget the fact that you're looking at a picture at all. You're just looking through a window at something which happened a long time ago. I'm going to find one of my favourites of Freddie here. Here's some good on-stage stuff, captured in this case by a fan who had a stereo camera at the time. Very lucky that. This is quite an interesting collection. And here's some more. These were captured by more professional people, photographers that I lent the stereo camera to. Particularly nice one of Freddie here. But some of the off-stage stuff is equally... Oh, here's the cover shot. You see that? I hope you can see. The off-stage shots of Freddie are really nice. And of all of us. Some of John, and you don't hear much about John, but you'll hear about him in this book. Roger playing around, us on a boat trip in Scandinavia someplace, and again, nice to just flick through the book like this, but even better with your owl, because the owl will bring it to life. And there's Freddie as large as life. So that's about it, really. Here's the book, Queen in 3D. It's out May the something or other, about a month's time. May the what? 25th or something, something like that. I'm being prompted. So you have to wait a little bit longer for this, but I hope it's worth the wait. We're going to launch it around the beginning of May, and hopefully this will be something which you will all enjoy for a long time to come. God bless you all.